Hello guys, Barbitron here, and today we're gonna go for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Personnel department needs some assistance to reach
We're starting off with a department event, and we cannot accept, we can only decline. So we are declining. We're now heading off to the activities. We are doing the reaction timing, maritime strategy conference, the team building event. I think about it quite a lot because we don't need many things. In the end, we do the 4-day one, the one which takes 4 days. I think it's good. We have many sets of soft tires. In some weeks, we're gonna have to renew the contract, and we can do development feedback upgrade. We can do an upgrade to anything that we want, but maybe it's not time. We still got some things to do. Durability, we will go to see what we can do to the upgrades. Ice reliability, we can do it. We can rush it, or we can do it standard. We're doing it standard. It's going to come with us. It's going to come after the Canadian Grand Prix.
How do you want us to deal with this one?
So it's gonna come after the next episode. We can agree, we can decline. We will agree, because declining doesn't do anything. 50k is not much of a deal, but I think 50k,
Thanks.
that may be hurting us in the long term.
I think you made the right call.
Just how many of those I have done like that? It could be 500,000 and maybe even more, but now we've got 15.54 mil. It's not a big deal. And right now, if you see a different livery, you will not be, but you will be correct, because we're having a one-off livery for this race. We're having the Tiamat Marduk livery. The livery got in the game quite a long time, but I did the Azerbaijan Grand Prix quite a long time too. And we made it into Q2 quite easily. Let's see where we are. We are P2, and Leclerc is on provisional pole. We go now into Q2. We only set 1 lap time, and I think this is a provisional pole. Let us see where we are. I think it is, because I saw in the minimap something purple, and it is provisional pole, and it is a 1-2 for Q2. We and Pierre Gasly are in the front row, but this is only Q2. Let's not forget that. This is our first lap for Q3. We are third right now. The lap set us to third place. Right now, fourth. And this is going to be our last lap. Let's see where we can be. We have one purple sector. Sector 1 is purple. We're up by 1 second. The sector 2 is purple. Can we stay on pole? Can we? There is just one straight separating us, and we gotta nail the race zone. But I think this is easy pole, because Ricardo has done a 36.3. We have done a 36.4, and it is pole. Jeff congratulated us. This is pole. Can we convert it to a win though? This is Azerbaijan. Everything could go wrong. We are pole by more than half second, and this was qualifying. We're now going into the race.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today, so our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully away from the barriers. The Baku City Circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers and is made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to catastrophic consequences for all of our drivers. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's have a chat about McLaren. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Paul lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Ricciardo, Gasly, Valtteri Bottas, and Mazepin, Hamilton, Perez, Verstappen, and George Russell, Mick Schumacher, Tsunoda, Charles Leclerc, and Giovinazzi, Sainz, Ocon, Lance Stroll, they've taken a grid penalty, and Callum Islet, Latifi, Samaya, Joe, and Luca Giotto. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Okay, so you're lowering the fuel as much as we can. I'm always doing that. I want to make it like exactly 3 or 4 laps, 3.5. Let's not forget that this car is amazing on fuel saving, and it isn't a standard fuel mix. It's not on lane or something like that. It's fuel saving when it's on reach. I'm talking about the F1 2020 game. The car was so powerful that it was fuel saving on reach. And we now go to the 5 red lights, and we're underway for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and it's a quite complete start. We are first after the 1, we are a second, and that was it. That was it for lap 1, only turn 1, and this is the most of a race. We're now 5.5 seconds ahead of Bottas. We're pitting this lap. We're going onto the mediums, and let's see if our pit crew will do a good time. Teammate in the pits, Gasly is in too, and let's see if it is a good pit stop at 2.1. It was quite good. Gasly is still not on the pits. He should be stopping around now to change his tires. Smile was in front of us. We will overtake him now as we almost crash into him. Quite an easy move though. We're looking to end the race on these tires, or maybe like go onto the rain, and as we almost spun around right there, that was too close for comfort. We almost ended our race there. We almost ruined our race, and maybe not even ended our race. Our rear right tire got into the wall, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that it got onto the wall, and that made it spin. This was quite close for comfort, and maybe even too close. And then it was quite close. Quite a close one, as I said 1,000 times by now. And as we overtake Ilot, an easy overtake with DRS, almost nothing of lap time, maybe even a faster one because of the DRS. And we are now at the 25th lap as we lock up, almost crashed. And I think I see raindrops. Yes, I see raindrops on the screen. I cannot see on the chassis because the chassis is blacked out. Norris is 11 seconds behind us. Are we going to do our first Grand Slam? But Grand Slam, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a Grand Slam, because I don't know if it is technically leading the whole race, because in every single lap we did not lead, we technically led every single lap. I don't know if it's like that. If you know, please let me know in the comments if I did now a Grand Slam or did I not. I'll understand if it is technically or not. And if you do comment, thank you. We almost crashed there. Good thing that I stopped turning. Grip is there. It was me that I made a mistake, brake a little bit too late. Grip is now reducing, and now we see how beautiful this livery is. When it rains, it's got like those little stars in there. You see on the halo on the chassis. Those are like stars. I don't know if are stars or raindrops. It could be both, to be honest, but I think they are raindrops. But it's quite nice thing. It makes looks like Galaxy. DRS is now not a thing in this race. It's pretty weird, but Norris is quite close and we overshoot our corner. He may get the exit and overtake us on the end, but I don't think he could. He is 1 second behind us. He is gaining quite a lot. This is quite dangerous. But he stopped gaining. He is maybe even losing time. No, he isn't. Yes, he is losing time. He lost time. We won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And oh my lord, was this a domination. It was like the Imola Grand Prix. But it was even worse domination.
Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
But they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
This was the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and oh my lord, was this a domination. We qualified on pole, won the race, had the fastest lap, and maybe even led every lap. It was not like every lap, technically it was every lap, because technically we did lead every lap, but not technically we did not, because we overtook Ilot, we overtook Samaya, and that's not leading every single lap. As I said, please let me know in the comments if I did a Grand Slam or if I did not. But this was the Azerbaijan race. We are only 16 points behind the race leader. Not the race leader, only 16 points behind the championship leader. This could be a fight for the championship. This could be our first championship, but I think that it's too early to call. Smaya was the only guy that DNF'd. Smaya good lap, Zhou Guanyu good lapped. Sergio Perez in the Red Bull is 19th. It is quite a huge one. Why was he there? I do not know. We get 5 points he gets too for finishing the race and for having a clean race. 24-26. I don't think we can win it. If we get asked in the race when qualifying has ended, we lost it. If he was, whatever happens, we lost. We won. We win. Well, the best we can do is Komiku. But this was the video. If you like the video, please leave a subscribe and like. Don't miss any videos like that. I will do Gran Turismo 7 videos as well, so do stick around for that. And I'm gonna see you on the next video. Bye bye.